Space Shuttle Endeavour just about at that 600 feet away from the International Space Station mark, where they're scheduled to begin the rendezvous pitch maneuver. Again, they'll be performing a backflip to expose the bottom of the shuttle to the crew on board the International Space Station, where Commander Gennady Padalka and Flight Engineer Mike Barrett will be standing by with 400 and 800 millimeter cameras to take photos of the heat shield. And those will be sent to the ground for analysis to make sure everything looks the way it should. Two vehicles are currently about 220 miles above Brazil at the moment, heading northeast towards the Atlantic Ocean.
Station, Houston, Endeavour on the big loop, initiating RPM in 3, 2, 1, mark.
That call from Space Shuttle Endeavour reporting that the rendezvous pitch maneuver happening just about exactly on time, starting about 220 feet above the coast of Brazil. The entire backflip of the Space Shuttle Endeavour will take about 8 minutes to complete. And after that's done, the crew will be ready to move on to the actual docking to the International Space Station, which is scheduled to take place at 12:55 p.m. Central Time. As Space Shuttle Endeavour maneuvers through this backflip, Commander of the International Space Station, Gennady Padalka, and Flight Engineer Mike Barrett will be inside the station's VESDA service module, looking out the window and taking photos of the shuttle's heat shield. They've practiced this move with different targets on the ground beforehand to get ready so that they could be sure they got all the views that the imagery analysts on the ground need to make sure that Endeavour has a healthy heat shield. They're using 800 and 400 millimeter cameras that provide resolutions of 3 inches and 1 inch, even from this distance, which is almost 500 feet away.
Start photos.
And Apodaca and Barrett will take probably around 300 photos of the shuttle's heat shield, which you're getting a good view of here. Again, those will be sent down and analyzed closely along with the data from the survey that was done of Endeavour's heat shield yesterday. That survey looking at the wing leading edges and nose cap, and this survey focusing in part on the belly of the orbiter so that the imagery analyst on the ground can get a complete view of the shuttle's heat shield. Shuttle and station now about 217 miles above the Atlantic Ocean.
Station Endeavour. End photos.
Space Shuttle Endeavour, controlled by Commander Mark Polanski and pilot Doug Hurley, will end this backflip pretty much where they started it and move from there to a distance about 400 feet in front of the space station to begin the actual docking. That docking is scheduled for 12:55 p.m. Central Time. Space Shuttle Endeavour, according to the team here in the flight control room, is now back on the R-bar, that imaginary line between the International Space Station and the ground below. So that completes the rendezvous pitch maneuver. Shuttle on station now about 218 miles above the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of Western Sahara.
Houston Endeavour, we can offer up KU for comm now if you'd like.